Hello, Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly. We're going to take a look at Explain Everything and how we can actually use Explain Everything to create wonderful maths journals. One of, I think, the most powerful things that we can do is get kids to reflect upon their learning. So this is just a little example how we can use this incredibly powerful software in an effective way. So I've just created a little page here, a little fun title page for my maths journal, and I'm just going to go through two examples of different things that we can do with maths journals. The first thing that we can do, if I go to the next slide on Explain Everything, is just to bring in a test. So if I actually go to my camera roll and bring in a test, let's pretend that this is a test that my students have just done. And all I've done is, it's a physical test, and I've got Bob to take a picture of the test. And all we're going to do is reflect, and we can use a range of different tools. We might just start by actually pinpointing something. So we might actually just circle something and bring it out here. And we can get our students to reflect as a video. We might actually press the record button down the bottom of the page. And in this case, what Bob is actually doing is we want him to reflect on why he got that wrong. I think with maths, too many times we're giving back summative assessments and we don't make it a formative assessment. So get kids to reflect on, what did I actually do wrong? Get that metacognition to think about their thinking a little bit more. So they could actually write, for example, they could actually type something here if you want them to type about a reflection. They could do something there, they could bring in a video, they could bring in a photo of their learning, or they could just press, once again, their record down the bottom. And in this case, Bob is actually carrying the wrong number. For example, 8 times 2 is 16, and instead of putting down the 6, he's actually putting down the 1 and carrying the 6. So getting him to reflect on his learning is really important. Another thing that we can do in our maths journal, if I go to the next page, for example, here, is we can bring in some other apps we're using. So one of the apps that we absolutely love is Geoboard. And looking at a range of different things there. So the kids can actually take screenshots in other apps that they're using for maths to build understanding and meaning and actually bring that in. So if I bring in a photo, I've taken a little screenshot here of something that we've done, press done. You can see there I'm looking at degrees, got the calculator, and once again we can actually record our thinking. It could be just basically a summary or a wrap-up of the week. It could be a student starting with a sentence starter like, today or this week we looked at angles. This is an example of a right angle, 90 degrees, and so on. So this is, if we just get our students to create this learning journal, this maths journal at the start of the year, all of a sudden it builds and builds, and all we need to do is allow our students to reflect at the end of the week on key milestones and key moments in maths class and get them to reflect, what did I learn? What am I still unsure of? What are my misconceptions? What are the things, the really good moments that I've actually learnt a lot? So this is just a really great example of using Explain Everything as a maths journal. It's something that I think all classes should use, and actually it really